And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll buy some time right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 2nd and 16, Lawrence. Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Lindsey.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Dalton Keene,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Desmond King picks it, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down.
Hurts. And he's got Jordan complete right side.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on a catch and run.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now Etienne.
He's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Third and 2, now Lawrence. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. Hurts fumbles it. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
I do know from experience.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 70, 80.
Now Lawrence.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Deshaun Hand busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The catch is made by Ellington. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Lawrence will throw.
Steps away to his left.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? Hurts fumbles it.
And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, It starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Second and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And the Jags are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
On first down, Hurts. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's second and 10. Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
Busts through the tackle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Ready? 10 logo.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Right there in the middle, 55.
One more time with ETN.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Double tight. 3 down. 45. Mike, 45. Check the outs.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.